everybody.
Hey, I'm Henry.
And I'm Robert. Let's talk.
We're going to talk today about disappointment and how to handle it. And I've dealt with some disappointment recently, and initially you don't feel good. You get rejection, whether it's a letter or someone rejects you or something like that, and you start to think, what could I have done differently, or could I have said this or added something else to my letter, or redid my resume, or whatever the case may be. But the most important thing about disappointment is to learn from it. I've learned from it, and it's going to help you in the future. You've heard of constructive criticism, and I think that's the best criticism that there is, because you learn from it. And the person telling you this is not trying to hurt you; they're trying to help you. I get constructive criticism from friends, family, people who care about you, and they want you to do better, and that's important. And I was trying to get this specific job, and
I was just about to ask
and
you.
it would have been a really good thing. It pays well. I would have been closer to home, but unfortunately, it didn't work out. Not because of anything I did. Again, sometimes it's because you don't do certain things. Other times it's completely out of your control. And in this case, it was completely out of my control. I couldn't have done more or said anything or written anything better. I was ready. I was already accepted and part of the plan moving forward if the contract had worked out. So that was a good thing to know that you're wanted and respected, and people look to you for guidance, and your responsibilities are going to be so and so. And again, your experience too. One of the great things about this was my experience mattered, and that was great. It's a good feeling, After all the years, you work on something, you make a career out of it, And sometimes experience can be a bad thing. People think you're too old or you have too much experience, But in this case, it worked out until it didn't. Right? The company didn't get the contract, so I don't get to work it. But again, nothing I could do about it. There's nothing I could change, So when you deal with things like that are out of your control, it's important to remember that, there's nothing that you could have done, right? So don't let it get you down, right? And look forward to the next opportunity, right? Keep going, right? You go out with somebody on your first date, for instance, and it doesn't work out. All right. There's other people out there, right? Keep trying to find a relationship if that's what you're looking for, or a friend. I mean, you look at the two of us, and I think back, how can two polar opposites become friends, right? And it's amazing that you can find people that are completely opposite from you, but deep down there's a connection, right? There's empathy, there's understanding, and you just never know, right? Never know. So when you see that person over there and they're by themselves, or they don't look too good, or you can tell they're upset, you know what? Say hi. Say, hey, what's up? Are you okay? You mind if I sit down and talk to you? Reach out. You never know what could happen. Look what happened between me and Robert, right? And I'm blessed and I'm grateful for this friendship. And again, it wouldn't have happened if I had not reached out and said something. You just never know what can happen, right?
Well, I think we tangented to another subject.
We did, but it's all together. You know, you're dealing with
when you deal with disappointment
Yeah.
on his level, it's a livelihood level. That's a tough disappointment. It's you're looking forward to getting back into the game in terms of 9 to 5, making 6 figures plus, and that comes in and just rips your heart out. The only disappointment that I've recently experienced is my beloved Yukon Huskies, the women, lost to the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't stand them. I don't like Don Staley, and just as much as I didn't like the other SEC team that was a thorn in our side in the 90s, the Tennessee Volunteers. But I did love Pat Summitt. But that was disappointing that UConn did not win. This was their tournament to have. So there's a different type of disappointment for me. It's just on a very surface level. It's not in depth. So what he was going through, I can't imagine. It probably would have hit me worse because
Well, see, I've been through it before.
yeah, and I have too, but not at 100,
Yeah.
not at a 6-figure salary level.
But it's, again, you can't control these things. and if you could, and you found out that it was something you did or didn't do, then you can use that to be better next time you are looking for a specific position or job or whatever the case may be. But in this specific case, there was nothing I could have done better. There's nothing I was completely out of my control.
And you know what the beauty of it is that when you realize that it's not in your control, that you did everything in your power possible, the disappointment isn't so destructive. You're looking at the disappointment as not a positive, but it's a forward. Like failing forward is an actual book and a term. When you fail, it's not failure in the negative. It means you're being trained to overcome other challenges that deal with failure.
That's right.
Just like disappointment. There's a good, healthy way to deal with disappointing situations. And then there's a toxic way to deal with disappointment. And I think we want to stress on the positive side. This man didn't just give up or take a week off because he was depressed and upset. No, he was vigilant. And probably a dozen more resumes were sent out. I know this man. If you get disappointment because he's had it before, it's like, well, fuck, I need to do more. And he did. So when you have something disappointing, it doesn't mean that at that time no means no. It means not at this particular time.
That's right. That's a very good point.
So
you've got to think that way.
Disappointments happen
You've got to think that way
all the time on a surface level like me with the Yukon Lady Huskies losing, or me having 90-degree weather in April is disappointing. But you can't do anything to control it. So I look forward to winter again. We have all kinds of disappointments. I've been lucky so far for a while that I haven't had anything as deep as Henry has in terms of disappointment.
Yeah, we all go through things, and what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, as Nitschke would say. And it does. It's true. It does make you stronger, and you are better off for it, even though you don't realize it in the moment as it's happening to you. But as you look back and realize, you know what? I am better off. I am stronger.
And use the disappointment as motivation to not be disappointed.
Right. And to keep at it, right? Keep at it, redouble your efforts, work, and it's going to work. It's going to pay off. Again, you just have to have patience, and good things will happen. You got to believe in yourself and believe what you're doing, and it's going to pay off. I know it could take a while, and you could get who knows how many rejections. Just don't stop. Just keep at it, and eventually it's going to work out, because it has for me, and I believe it can for you.
Well, disappointments happen. It's how you handle them and move forward.
And believe.
And believe.
And believe in yourself.
Yeah.
I hope this helps. Again, reach out to us. We're happy to help. Subscribe. And
just two guys, 2026.
Just two guys at 2026.
Yeah, just two guys, 2026 sets us apart from all the others.
That's right. A lot of just two guys out there.
But yeah, we'll see you soon. Lots more to talk about.
and keep believing. As I say, keep the faith. Thanks.